Are you focusing on growth right now, or are you looking at the things that you don't currently have at the moment? When you're looking to grow your business, sometimes you have to wait for things to develop. Like how you plant a seed in the ground, you have to ensure that it's deep rooted so that it then is able to build its foundations from below the surface, which you can't see. And from that, it will withstand any storm or any wind when it grows above the ground. So, are you the type of person that is willing to wait for the growth? But while that growth is happening, what are you actually doing to participate in that growth? Are you just sitting there saying, well, this isn't working, that's not working, just focusing on negativity, focusing on delay? Or are you looking at using this time for you to actually grow and develop and to become that person who, when that business is exploding, is able to cope with the business itself? Because if you're not prepared, then how can you grow that business when it gets into that stage? You need to prepare, just like if you're going into the army or becoming a Navy SEAL, for example. You have to prepare to pass. You have to prepare to be strong. You have to prepare to fight, for example. So what I want to say to you today is, what faith do you have in you? Don't don't rely on external factors to actually make validation for your growth in your business. You're the one that can actually grow your business from within, but you've got to grow from within you in order for you to be able to face the challenges, for you to be able to face the the challenges that you come across, and also any weaknesses. You can face it head on and cope with it and know how to deal with it. Because what I see is a lot of people think that they see someone doing multiple seven figures, but they don't actually look at the journey that got them there in the first place. They had to plant a seed in the ground, for example, and for it to grow beneath the soil, for it to be really strong, and cultivate that seed, water it, for example, sunlight, for example, and then they were then able to look and plan what they need to do to become that future person. Because like the client that I was speaking with the other day, I was sat in front of her online on a Zoom call, and this woman was grounded. She knew what she wanted. She was her future self. When she came to the boot camp, she knew what she wanted, but she also knew that she had to cultivate the soil. She had to cultivate and water the seed, for example, and wait for it to grow and develop. She didn't want things instant. She knew it would take time. So what she did was, she thought, right, I'm my future self right now. What do I need to do in order to meet that future person where I am today? What steps do I need to do to meet that future person a year later? So she took those steps. She read the boot camp. She attended the boot camp. She did the work, for example. And she didn't just do it once. She did it once. She did it twice. She did it 3 times in order to understand what was needed for her to become a 7-figure business, for example. Look, challenges happen, and that is a good thing. She saw that as an opportunity. She was challenged. She was like, my goodness, this is not as easy as I thought it would be. But that was her challenge. But she thought, what would the future self in her do at this stage? So every time she was dealing with any issues, that is what she decided to do, to look at it as a challenge and not see it as a stopping point. She knew that she had to overcome that challenge, and she was able to overcome that challenge. quite easily because she learnt each time, not the once, not the twice, but the third time, how to overcome that challenge. We have to build our stamina. Directors, we cannot expect a business to just sit and land in our faces. It's impossible for it to grow. You cannot rely on external circumstances to grow your business. You've got to grow from within. You are the seed that has been planted in the soil and is cultivating, but you have to cultivate that seed from within you. No one else can do that for you. No one. You have to grow and you have to develop and you have to accept that there's going to be challenges along the way, but don't see them as stopping points. Don't see them as stopping your growth, and don't see it as, oh, it's not working, I'm going to quit. Don't do that. Directors, you're doing yourself a disservice if you do that. Now, you have to grow. Only you can do that. No one else can do that for you. And if things aren't going as quickly as you'd like them to do, see that as an opportunity for you to grow. Right, what can I learn from this? For example, you say to yourself, what can I really learn from this moment? How can I grow and develop? What can I do to help me to get closer to that goal that I'm looking to achieve? How can I grow my business? What steps can I take to grow my business right now? Because whilst you're waiting for things, you could be applying for a contract, for example. You could have applied for a contract and then you've applied for it and then you've got this waiting time. And then you're thinking, oh, it's not working. I haven't heard anything. But what can you do in that meantime? Whilst you're waiting for that contract to come through, do some work on your business. Learn, read, watch videos, write, create things, write your DNA for your business. What does your future business look like to you? I may provide you with a cookie cutter type of business, but it really isn't. It is about you shaping that business model into your own business model. You can't be the same as everyone else. If you want to be different, you got to stand out. You've got to make this work for you. And it has to be your DNA. Do not sit back and say, I'm going to follow that person. I'm just going to do what they do. Because that's not really your business. That's their business model that you're doing. So think about what it is that you want to achieve, and do you have faith? You got to have faith in you, because you're the one that's going to make your business work. You're the one that's going to be the owner of that business. So you have got to have faith in your capabilities. And yes, there are going to be challenges, and that is normal. That's a good thing. Don't see it as a bad thing. Don't say, oh, this doesn't work, I'm not bothering, and just push it to one side. That's no good. If you truly want something, if you really want it, then you have to make it work for you. You got to have faith, even though you can't see it, but have faith in what the future will hold for you. Just like how some of you have faith in God. Can't see God, but you have faith. And that's how you should see your business as, that it will bear fruit, but you've got to plant the seed. And it starts with you. That seed starts with you from inside of you. And then it comes out and grows, just like how people plant seeds into the ground. You have to plant that seed within you and grow it and cultivate it, because you will be faced with challenges. And those challenges are there to strengthen you, to make you a stronger person, because you will be hit with storms. That is part of life, and that is part of business. But you need to be prepared to be able to cope with that storm when it happens. Look, we've got a lot of changes happening. Inflation rates, mortgages going up, for example, rent going up, food going up, everything's going up. But there's nothing that we can really do about that apart from what we can control. And that is by us running our business, for example, and working on our business and growing it to where we want it to grow. Directors, I urge you to join the boot camp, start the boot camp, and grow your business, because only you can make things happen. Don't rely on the outside elements. Don't rely on the outside elements. Rely on you, because you're the one that can make it happen. What does your business look like to you? What does it look like to you? How do you want it to grow? How do you define your business? What is your business model? What services are you going to be providing? And who are your client bases? And what do you do when you are faced with challenges and difficulties? Just like how I was sat with one of the ladies that attended my boot camp a while ago, for example. I sat in front of her and I was like, wow, you are an amazing woman. You have done what you're meant to do. And although it took her some time to get through it, she did. She overcome the challenges. And now she's ready to do another business model. And she came to me. And this is why I want to say to you, directors, that you've got to really understand your business model and what you want for your business, because no one else knows what's inside of your mind. Only you do. Only you can make that happen inside of you. And you're going to be faced with challenges. You're going to be faced with delays. That's okay. Use that time to grow and develop. What can I do during this time while I'm waiting for this point to change? And you will see that you are growing and fitting and becoming that person that can run a 7-figure business. I hope this was helpful for you, directors, because I wanted to quickly just shoot this quick video, and I want you to think about your growth in your business. And I also want to say to you, have faith in you, in your business, because it will happen if you have faith in your business, and stop relying on the outside elements to give you a business that only you can control. No one else can. So thank you for watching, and I'll speak with you later. Take care. I'll see you on the internet. Bye.